Hello and welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel. I do not really know if this is gonna be the first or second video I ever upload. This is totally new territory for me. I've never done this. I just know that I desperately need to get the tea and my thoughts and concerns off of my chest of this year's Real Housewives of Atlanta. I put up a few pictures in this video that caught my eye, and we're gonna talk about it. We can discuss, dispute, and yeah, have some conversations in the comments down below as well. So don't be shy to leave your comment down below. Let's see what first picture I took. Okay, we have one of the opening scenes of this better episode than last week's episode. We have the continuation of Marlo and Kenya fighting because the girls wanted to know what was up with the trip that Kenya so eagerly organized. The trip was a flop. It was a whole mess. It gave pretty much Walmart, not even Target. The girls are knocking, Marlo and Sheree are banging on Kenya's door to try and get some answers from her because they have several questions to as to what the heck these girls are doing all the way over there in Birmingham, Alabama for nothing. Um, the next picture is still Marlo. As you will notice, I am halfway a Marlo apologist. Personally, I do think that she is keeping the show going. She is very much the antagonist of the show. This season has been always, as a friend, in my opinion, a very good addition, but poor Marlo is desperately trying to get the show going, and personally, I think she is doing a good job, but the girls are wearing her out because she is having conflict after conflict. Now, I also know that Marlo has her faults. She can be a bit problematic, but she at least gives mess. She gives entertainment. She gives the majority of the scenes on the episode, as we can see another picture where she is running out, slam the door in Maneta's face, and yeah, trying to cool off after, going off on Kenya because the two obviously have some frustrating history with each other. So, yeah, nonetheless, the girls gather around for a little prayer because Kenya is feeling sick. She's called the ambulance, so she cannot perform her little show at the college thingy, whatever the heck that was, for her little brand deal with Kenya More Hair Care. So the girls, even though they got into some heated arguments last night, are still holding Kenya in there. I hope positive thoughts. And yeah, we see Marlo, Sheree, Maneta, and what is her name? The new Courtney. Yeah, I have a lot of thoughts with Courtney, but we will get to that later. Let me see, what is the next picture I put up? Oh yeah, we can see Kenya here being being escorted out of the hotel is an aggressive statement. She's being taken care of by the two rescuers from the ambulance. she's gonna be brought into the hospital where they're gonna treat her and say that she is suffering from a heavy fever, probably because she's overworking herself. And yeah, very, very scary moment. Next up, we have the ladies sitting in the hotel lobby waiting for checkout, and Marlo being a little sneaky with they said she was already checked out. I was trying to send flowers, and that is what I mean with organic drama. Marlo and Kenya have history. Marlo and Kenya will always be TV gold, in my opinion. Um, the other girls, the newbies, are trying so desperately to cling on to either party and have a moment or two. It just feels so forced, and it's not fun to watch. It's really not declassifying the show, but it's kind of downgrading it. It's not the same vibe that it used to be when we were all watching Atlanta. I don't know, season 6 through, I'd say season 12, season 13, when a few more people that were a bit more interesting were still on. Let me see the next picture. Oh, yeah. I really don't know why they keep showing us I like Sonia as a person, but she is so boring. She is so painfully boring. I mean, she has a storyline with very real things with her family and such, but girl, no. And Courtney, bye. Next up, we have the scene where Kenya and Sheree are talking. Sheree is visiting Kenya after being treated at the hospital at Kenya's place where they chit chat a bit. And I will get to you, Sheree, in a second because I think you are, as much as I like Sheree Whitfield, she does tend to flip-flop around. She has done this over the years so many times. But we have to still say, as frustrating as it might be, Sheree is still kind of giving us the funny shade, funny mess, good one-liners, keeping it going, as well as Marlo, kind of really clocking in. And Sheree is pranking Kenya that she's expecting a baby from Martell Holt. Obviously, Kenya being in shock, as I think all of us would be, because Sheree having a baby from Martell, mm, not the not the Bravo crossover we'd ever expect, but you know what they say. Um, yeah, could be. I mean, Sheree is not that old, so yeah. Next up is the most recycled, boring ass storyline being discussed and given TV time once again that Mama Joyce does not like Todd's guts. This woman has taunted Candy's husband for years. It's been seasons. She cannot let go. Now, I don't know if she ever will accept the fact that her daughter has a husband to her own liking. I see the thing a little gray, to be honest, but yeah, just roll up producers. If you're listening, you don't have to listen to this because everybody's saying the same thing as I am. don't recycle these storylines that are so boring. We have relived this deja vu about 30 times. So, yeah, here we see Mama Joyce at BravoCon being her little sneaky self. Yeah, but you can't deny that Mama Joyce is funny, but enough is enough, people. So, let me see what is up next. Once again, Marlo blessing our screens with some shade, with some drama, snapping at Drew because she was trying to kind of argue about the word shooting, which I thought was dumb as well, but I really didn't get the fight between the two. I mean, it was kind of unnecessary as well. Here we can clearly see that even though Marlo does most of the work, she still cannot carry Roa on her back alone. So I hope the girls clock in to work for next episode. So yeah, let's be hopeful. Let's be positive. Drew also in the next picture that I put up is kind of explaining what happened in that argument to Sharia and Kenya at the IV drip place thingy where all the three women have met up to chat. But what I find a little misleading is that her nephew was not shot at the restaurant. Her nephew worked at Candy's restaurant, and I don't think it was you know, purposefully said by Drew to instigate, but it's things like these that the non-direct communication between Marlo and between Marlo and the rest of the women, it's that thing that has driven these two parties apart for years, even though it should not be like that. They should all be on the same team. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. Also, I have the flu. It's I'm kind of leaky through the nose, so if I sound a little weird, excuse me. But we're gonna get through this anyways. We have Sheree discussing that they have to continue to keep the good energy through the group. I honestly don't see um, why they should use the term group because at this point it's Sheree, Marlo, Kenya, Candy, the only four OGs that are left. Um, Hence why I put this next picture up. Maniera is, I think, a very good addition as a friend for now. I see her flip-flopping a bit through different parties of people. Courtney brings no value in my opinion. Now, I'm not one to kind of demonize someone so they lose their job, but I think majority of Roa fans are not really that impressed by Courtney's impact. She seems a little desperate to get a few moments, to get a few minutes of screen time that are just so not organic. No. Next up, we have the ongoing argument by Shein. No, I'm just kidding, Sheree. Um, She by Sheree, the fashion show, where Sheree supposedly gave out some free clothing and took back a bag you know, from Drew that allegedly, or not so allegedly, had personal belongings in the purse. Now, Drew, if you took the bag without saying anything and it really happened to be Sheree's bag, okay, but Sheree, why would there be your personal belongings in a bag that is there to gift. I mean, I don't really I don't really know what that was all about, guys. So kind of bored me, to be honest. The scene, I mean, it has potential to do something. I mean, Sheree and Drew have had this ongoing beef, which is kind of entertaining, but I feel like we're wasting so much like valuable screen time that could be filled with other things. I don't know, for example, Kenya's divorce, Candy's troubles with the businesses, the shooting, um, yeah, things like that. Next up, we have a little preview from the next episode, which is 1506, that's gonna air this Sunday. We have Candy and Marlo fighting, going at it. They are eating each other up. We have Drew in the middle being shook to her core, as well as the next picture seeing Candy and Kenya outside, where Kenya is reliving and resharing Marlo's past, but it obviously struck a nerve when Marlo said that people don't talk about their things on the show when they're on a reality TV show. For example, like Candy. I mean, it's kind of true what Marlo says, but of course, what Marlo has done was not right at all. But I think she took accountability for it, and what's done is done. Kind of whining about it won't change the fact of anything from 20, 25, 23 years ago in Marlo's past, so that was really old and stale. But yeah, no, no shade. I love all of the women, but just pointing out. Um, then we have Candy throwing a fit that she cannot physically do stuff to Marlo to kind of put her in her place. Understandable in a heated argument, but yeah, I think with this preview and trailer, the ratings of next week are probably and hopefully gonna go up by a few Ks, at least 50, 60, 70, 80K more, because we can't let Roa get canceled. So, yeah, that would be bad. Next up, the trailer.
An incident between someone that worked for you and one of Arlo's nephews.
I'm gonna tell you what the I'm telling you right now.
I'll be my positive self. I can be very forgiving for anyone.
Her character went out the window when she slashed all those people's faces.
I think that the key is you acknowledge, apologize, and change the behavior.
The only reason why I'm crying right now is because I can't shut your ass, bitch.
You just kind of have to, see who's going to show up. And then you'll see who will show out.
Things are going to get interesting, you guys. Next week, I am excited to see what the episode is going to bring. Obviously, the Real Housewives of Atlanta has not been the same for some time now. The cast needs a major revamp. I'm excited to see who is staying, who is leaving, who is being added next season. I really am, even though we're still at the beginning. So, yeah, you guys like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell down below, and also comment your thoughts. Let's discuss and dispute in the comments. Thanks so much for watching, guys.